courtroom was filled with a mix of shock and grief as the judge delivered the verdict in the highly publicized case of Mrs. Mariam Sand, who was accused of killing her husband, Bamu. The judge sentenced Mariam to death by hanging, a decision that would change her life forever. The case had garnered significant attention in Nigeria due to the victim's connection to a high-profile figure, Alhaji Habaru Bello, a former chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Bamu was Bello's nephew, and his marriage to Mariam had been marked by controversy and violence. According to the prosecution, the events leading to Bamu's death began on a fateful night when Ibrahim Mohammed, a friend of Bamu's, visited the couple at their residence in Mama, Abuja. Ibrahim and Bamu spent time in the sitting room watching TV and smoking shisha, while Mariam was upstairs. As the night wore on, Mariam came downstairs and demanded that Bamu divorce her, which caught Ibrahim off guard. The situation quickly escalated, with Mariam becoming increasingly agitated and violent. She picked up a bottle, broke it on the wall, and attempted to use it on Bamu, but Ibrahim intervened. Despite Ibrahim's efforts to calm her down, Mariam continued to threaten Bamu, vowing not to stop until he divorced her. The couple's argument continued, with Mariam attempting to pick up knives, which Ibrahim collected from her. As the night wore on, Bamu suffered minor injuries and had his finger beaten during the fight. Due to the violent nature of the quarrel, Ibrahim had to call Bamu's uncle and cousin to come and restore peace. When the uncle arrived, he spoke to the couple and urged them to let go of their grievances. After the uncle's intervention, Bamu and Ibrahim went to the pharmacy to treat Bamu's injuries and later went to an ATM. They returned home, and there was calmness in the house. Ibrahim and the uncle stayed for a while before deciding to leave. Bamu, who escorted the visitors, told them he didn't want to return home until Mariam was asleep. Tragically, that was not to be. Some hours later, Ibrahim received a call from Bamu's brother, asking him to come to the hospital because Bamu was dead. Ibrahim rushed to the hospital and was met with the devastating news that his friend had succumbed to stab wounds. During the trial, Mariam's lawyers withdrew, and key witnesses testified against her. Mariam claimed that Bamu had accidentally fallen on a broken bottle, but this was disputed by witnesses who stated that the bottle was intact before the police arrived. The investigation that followed revealed a disturbing twist. Mariam's mother and brother had allegedly cleaned up the crime scene, removing evidence and potentially shielding Mariam from justice. The police arrested Mariam, her mother, her brother, and a household helper. During the trial, Mariam's lawyers withdrew, and key witnesses testified against her. Mariam claimed that Bamu had accidentally fallen on a broken bottle, but this was disputed by witnesses who stated that the bottle was intact before the police arrived. The judge ultimately found Mariam guilty of murder, citing the doctrine of last seen, which holds the last person with the victim responsible for their death. Mariam was sentenced to death by hanging, a decision that sparked widespread debate and raised questions about the severity of the sentence. Many Nigerians took to social media to express their opinions about the verdict, with some arguing that it was too severe, while others believed that Mariam deserved the punishment. The case had sparked a national conversation about domestic violence, marriage, and the role of women in society. As Mariam sat in her cell, awaiting her fate, she must have thought about the events that had led her to this point. She had been married to Bamu for over 2 years and had a daughter with him. She was also pregnant with their second child when the incident occurred. How had things gone so wrong? The case had also raised questions about the role of family and friends in intervening in domestic disputes. Ibrahim's testimony had revealed that he had tried to calm Mariam down and had even called Bamu's uncle to intervene. But was it enough? Should he have done more to prevent the tragedy that unfolded? The judge's verdict had also sparked a debate about the effectiveness of the Nigerian justice system. Some argued that the sentence was a deterrent to others who might commit similar crimes, while others believed that it was too harsh and did not take into account the complexities of the case. As the news of the verdict spread, many Nigerians took to the streets to protest, some demanding justice for Bamu, while others called for Mariam's sentence to be commuted. The case had become a rallying cry for women's rights groups and those advocating for an end to domestic violence. The government was also under pressure to explain why the case had taken so long to come to trial and why Mariam's lawyers had withdrawn from the case. The Minister of Justice was quick to defend the justice system, arguing that the verdict was a testament to the independence of the judiciary and the rule of law. However, critics argued that the case highlighted the need for more effective support systems for victims of domestic violence and their families. Many Nigerians began to question the societal norms that seemed to perpetuate violence against women and girls. As Mariam's family prepared to appeal the verdict, many wondered what the future held for her. Would she be able to overturn her sentence, or would she face the ultimate punishment? The case had sparked a national conversation about justice, mercy, and the complexities of human relationships. The Supreme Court would eventually hear Mariam's appeal, with the outcome depending on the court's interpretation of the evidence in the law. Nigerians followed the case closely, debating its implications on social media. The case raised questions about societal norms that perpetuate violence against women and girls, the need for effective support systems for victims of domestic violence, and the complexities of human relationships. As the nation awaited the outcome, the case sparked important conversations about justice, mercy, and human relationships. It highlighted the need for effective communication, empathy, and understanding in relationships. The case would leave a lasting impact on Nigerian society, challenging individuals to think critically about their relationships and treatment of others. The story of Mariam and Bamu would serve as a reminder of the devastating consequences of domestic violence and the importance of seeking help. It would be a catalyst for change, sparking conversations about justice, mercy, and human relationships. The case's outcome would depend on the court's interpretation, but its impact on Nigerian society would be lasting, influencing discussions on justice, mercy, and human relationships for years to come.